Welcome to Chapter 2. In this chapter, let's see what DevOps is and its life cycle. Again, in this chapter, I will take you to the negative side of development practice and how that practice removed. What is DevOps? DevOps is a practice that incurred in the IT word. It is the process of delivering a software product to the end user. The process to apply on the code build, test, and deployment process. Before we deep dive into DevOps concept, I assume that you are aware of software methodologies. If not, I would suggest asking our friend Google. Fine, DevOps is nothing but development and operation teams working together on software delivery. Nowadays there are many tools and techniques in place to achieve SDLC in the fastest manner through an agile method. In this approach, development and testing is completed in the same iteration as programming. Many startups IT companies prefer this method. It is very precise, time-bounding, scalable, reliable, and quick to deliver, and we can apply better monitoring on top of it. Earlier, people used to concentrate only on the development process. The process of code deployment was always a gray area. But later on, code deployment became the bottleneck during the software delivery. Developers build their code, and unit testing also completed on their machine. So the scope of unit testing is limited only on the functional area, developer's computer, or the specific module where code change can happen. Due to this, the development environment not updated with setup configurations and test data. The developer then deploys the code directly into the test environment, which leaves the development environment outdated. So even though changes are identified and fixed in a test, the same method of code deployment will follow in next UAT and production environments. Sometimes, the infrastructure configuration is not uniform across the platform, so code deployment happens as if it's a big event with all teams present for support. This process of unstructured code deployment causes a low frequency of product delivery, and the end users have to wait for the new feature to be available in the system. Hence, the DevOps process was introduced to surrender all these caveats. As I said earlier, DevOps is the practice. The process will become practical when we follow these 7 keys of DevOps. 1. Configuration management. 2. Release management. 3. Continuous integration. 4. Continuous deployment. 5. Infrastructure as code. 6. Test automation. 7. Application performance monitoring. When we follow these 7 practices, we will get into 7 habits of successful DevOps. 1. Team autonomy and enterprise alignment. 2. Rigorous management of technical debt. 3. Focus on flow of customer value. 4. Hypothesis-driven development. 5. Evidence gathered in production. 6. Live site culture. 7. Manage infrastructure as a flexible resource. This 7 habits of successful DevOps talked in the forum. When we talk about DevOps, the next thought in our mind will be automation. Automation is one of the keys of DevOps to reach a continuous delivery pipeline. It addresses a significant concern of DevOps, which is compliance and security. The complete automated deployment pipeline makes compliance more predictable and straightforward to ensure improved safety. In the next chapter, we will further dive deep into DevOps.